that the Nigerian army has been accused of aiding the advancement of this Fulani terrorists in Nigeria. It's not the first time, it's not the second time, it's not the 10th time. It still is part of the pieces of information that we have kept together to give us this conclusion that except those who are supposed to stop these terrorists as those who are sponsoring them, right? If not that they are the ones who are sponsoring them, this terrorism probably wouldn't have festered this much. All this information, they are like life-saving information, but unfortunately, we're talking about Nigeria, where the majority of people have been so it's like the majority of people have been infected with this hunger kind of like a syndrome, like everybody just, what majority of people think about is the next meal, food. When you begin to ask them to sit down and think and process some information, it is too much if it is not going to guarantee them the next food. How lucky are these criminals? Similarly, in the southern, in Lagos, all this dredging they said they are doing to build their coastal road. It seems the effect of that is already hitting everybody faster than expected. Apakin is a community along that Lagos coastal road, and they said they are part of the coastal road or what have you, right? It's a part where they have dredged so much. Now they are at the risk of being wiped off by the ocean surge or ocean surge, right? Plus other terrible state of infrastructure in Lagos and even Ogun State. So the people of this Apakin right now, Apakin, are already moving out of the community because they risk being washed off into the ocean, courtesy of Tiknumbu, Shaguri, and their coastal road to nowhere. So you see, if they have collected your own land and you are still asking for compensation and the rest of that, there are people they didn't collect their land. But ecologically, they would have to move themselves. Displacement. No, I didn't finish the description. Apakin is in Lekki, and it's called Lekki SCDA. All right? Lekki, Lagos. Eyomo Lekki.
Wow.
Live in Ogun State, live in Congo right now. Look at it, look at it. Can you see? Ẹ̀wò tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ dàpọ̀? Ẹ̀wò. Wọ́n wá sèbù máa nìyẹn, mọ́tò lélẹ́ yìí o, wọ́n wá sèbù ẹ̀ ní o. Ẹ̀wò. Kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀ báyìí? Ẹ̀wò.
So everybody ẹnà àná ní gbogbo ilé ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ o, àwọn láti ilé tó láti sí ẹgbẹ́ títì òun nílé yìí o. Everybody. Apakin rè o. olókun ti lé wa kúrò nílé o. bẹ́ẹ̀rì lélẹ̀ sí yẹn ó ti wọ́pù nú ẹ̀ lọ bẹ́ẹ̀rì rè o. bẹ́ẹ̀rì tó ti gbó lọ rè o. ẹgbẹ́ olókun mo wà báyìí olókun débẹ̀ gbẹ́sẹ̀ mi gan ṣe ti rí báyìí ṣùgbọ́n ilé bàbá lélẹ̀ mọ̀ ń bẹ̀yẹn náà ládébí pàtún lọ́hùn gbogbo ìpàtún lọ́hùn náà gbogbo owó láàlájì gbogbo wọn ló ti lọ ilé àlájà gbogbo wọn ní pàtún so ọ̀nà ẹbẹ̀ jí nǹkan tó pé máa ní fídíò máa ṣe fídíò lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn náà ṣe ti rí báyìí àwọn ilé ìlẹ̀ ti rí gbogbo àwọn igi everything yẹn ẹ wo ẹ̀tì olókùn ẹ̀lẹ́lẹ́ ẹ̀kú kò jìnà síra báyìí òkùnkùn lélẹ̀ ìsìn lélẹ̀ so òkùn yẹn ló ń pílẹ̀ ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn kíní yẹn lọ gbogbo àwọn àgbọ̀n yẹn ẹ̀tì rí mi ń sọ̀rọ̀ ìsìn olókùn yẹn dọ́dọ̀ nìkan ẹ̀rí sìn mò ń ṣọ́ gan ni ẹ̀tì rí ẹ̀wò ilé kan wà bíbá ikọ̀ tó kan kíchìn táwọn lọ́ọ̀kan yìí ẹ̀tì lọ gbogbo ilé tẹ̀tì lọ pátápátá kò sí ilé ẹ̀ ń bẹ̀ mọ́ kò sí ilé bẹ̀ mọ́ so ẹ wá wò àwọn grave àwọn bẹ́rì àìmọye àwọn bẹ́rì náà tó ti lọ àìmọye ìbí ìtọ́ ti kó ẹ ti rí bẹ́rì eléyìí sí grave eléyìí náà ti lọ ẹ ti rí àwọn àgbọn eléyìí náà wọ́n ti lọ kó ṣe ká ẹ̀rù gbórúkọ ó débi bẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí sí evidence mi nìyẹn o.
It is actually it was supposed to be a disaster that should be trending right now. If not in Nigeria, it should be trending in Lagos. The Lagos State government, the Lagos State government officials, the local government SCDA officials, they were all supposed to be in that place right now. But they have no idea of how many people have been washed off by the ocean. Because a whole building, like buildings have been washed off. Or you see other space, that place you are seeing the water. And something that looks like a ridge ahead in that video, that last part of the video, that ridge, that place used to be where people had their homes. And just yesterday, every bit of it is gone. And you see those ones that are still existing, another surge, boom, they will all be gone too. But guess what? It's not making any headline in Lagos, not in Lagos. The richest state in Nigeria, where people have dead body, people where they don't bury dead years ago. The ocean don't wash their body away. So even if you later return all the bones, they can't differentiate whose bone is this. You get? And this was supposed to be a state where they told you that Poseidon, the guy that fought the ocean, Tipnumbu, saved you from the ocean. When it is evident that Lagos State will be underwater, if nothing is really done genuinely. You see what they are doing? All those, what do you call that thing? Whether they dredge your river to take, without them building the proper, what's it, barrier? They call it barrier, concrete barriers. Sure you get? Because that's how you indeed probably defend that, Abi. Tifnumbu and his gang, they took a portion along that Lekki, Lekki free trade zone. They made it free trade zone. They also built themselves Lagos Eco-Atlantic. Then they went on to say, oh, we saved Lagos State from water, this and that. If they did, you will today see a very long barrier next to that ocean. We have ocean view properties all over the world. You know what? If you go to any form of a beach or water, ocean, anywhere, I live in the UK and I've been to quite many. You will see this that looks like ancient. It's like these guys have built these barriers like decades ago. You don't see anything like that around there. And you see all the people who have their properties around the area, right? They are safe. And if there's any time that there's going to be ocean surge, right, the barrier has already reduced whatever the impact is going to have on them. The barrier saves them. Doesn't mean that they can still feel flooded. Flood, but it won't be to the level of them losing their lives, losing their properties, everything washed off. Like they never existed. But Poseidon, Bodilong Poseidon, is receiving Guinness World Record. He said he should be given Guinness World Record because he fought the ocean to save Lagos. Lagos State will be swallowed by water by year 2050 if nothing is done. And I don't think anything is really being done, except where it is going to be about their business. It's not about money for them. Everything is money for them, right? You see that their coastal road, it will also be washed off if these roads fail to actually really build a barrier that is not just to protect the claimed land, which is where they are building their multi-billion dollars properties, their Eco-Atlantic free trade zone, Lekki deep sea ports, Lekki airport, and all those things, Dangote refineries and all that, right? Around them, they have like really sunk massive rocks and all whatever engineering they put in place to save themselves, right? But they will still get washed off. Because once it's either they are going to end up as an island, right? Let me tell you something. You see these people, or let me say these affected people by their coastal road to nowhere. They said in 1980, when they mooted the idea of starting a coastal road, guess what? The land they want to use for coastal road is now like 2-3 kilometers to the water. Do you know what that means, right? The places you see the water today, and then you see the bank of the water, you call the bank of the water today, they are actually people's lands, what is left that the ocean has taken over the years. So it is like this year, you come out and you say, okay, I'm going to build a road. And this road is going to be here. And this is ocean here, right? So I'm going to build this road, 6-lane here, meaning this is land already, Abi, next to the ocean. Then you come back 40 years later, and you still want to build this road. Now you take a look at your supposed plan or whatever, and then you realize that there is no land for the road anymore because the ocean has washed, not just the one you assigned or you probably reserved for your road. It has washed the entire place off, but it has gone as far as washing land up to 2-3 kilometers, meaning the last time you check when you saw land here, and today, now here you see land now. This entire place is now ocean, water. That was 40 years ago. So in another few years, the water continues, like the video you just watched now. It's slow. It's only once in a while that it's kind of like with pause, but it is always slow. It's called ecological decimation, so to say. I made that up though, because I just thought the 2 words. Yeah? So slowly and slowly. So you see, this place that you are seeing, now that they have decided to build, to take people's land here, to build their road. Now, the road is meant to probably stop the water from crossing over. Time shall tell. That's all I can say. In that same Lagos Island, it is always the same story. But the ones that looks like poch, not as dirty as the last one you saw. This one is within their supposed eyebrow areas, or maybe not.
Hell, Chineke biko nyekwara ndị bi na Lagos aka, may God help those where they live for Lagos. You see this way you they see, no be outside, no be abroad be this, na Lagos be this. Na Lagos be this, so I go side, I go palace side, na be this. See as water they full road enter people house. As you see so all these people who get these houses, and all of them don't run. All of them don't come out. As I just inside motor we do, they come out. If they see the glass, you go see inside motor they do this video. If we buy never na fair jedebego. Or the community park, Buruhaja Park, ya side as go nowhere, Gadeben. If you pass Nenka ishi. Hey, Chineke name. Opukano one nigga be in Lagos. If there is any of your siblings that is in Lagos, now they call the person. Now where would they rainy season? Join us say Kekun say no. Kekunu say no. Ebabu not the Otana mainland, Keseka Island nigga. Hell, Oregiela. Oh yeah, but him and Lagos both be up. The man no gonna as a pro wa half ya. Kamoga don't need it. Or $1.5 for. Chineke. When Boru na mire bro but I na mota anyị na ebe aka obi na ogbafuo m si to emperor to ka m si je abịam Lagos bịa tofu Chine.
It is Lagos. Mainland, not island, by the way. People dedicate, or should I say sacrifice, so much of their lives in different capacity in that contraption. Except for the criminal politicians who have had access to public fund to personally enrich themselves of people's money. The real supposed engine of the country, the professionals, doctors, specialists, architects, engineers, those who are actually supposed to build things or maintain things, receive the worst of the worst reward. And most of them, when Nigeria happened to them, it exposes all other lies that comes with, oh, it's good to be patriotic. You need to be patriotic and other stuff. You see, when Nigeria happened to you, that moment is going to be the moment of truth, even if you have been so dedicated all your life. Take a look at this man. Maybe somebody you probably have come across at a time in your life, because people were talking about him. His name is Dr. Esin Imo Asuko, right? So he's a medical practitioner, right? And he's been working in one of, especially in the Britain. Now his story said, Dr. Esin Imo Asuko, an anesthetist and medical doctor at Federal Medical Center, Ebutemeta, has recently been diagnosed of prostate cancer, right? Now, he's facing the challenge with great courage, but he shouldn't face it alone. The Association of the Resident Doctors, ARD, FMC, Ebutemeta, is raising funds to support him with medical bills, transport to treatments, and related costs. So I am also joining to help them raise awareness. So to any of you who might come across this, if you feel touched enough, please support them. But this is somebody, Baba, this is somebody that if he wasn't in Nigeria as that kind of a medical doctor, a specialist, an anesthetist, right? that guy was supposed to be a normal millionaire. And I'm talking about, even if he's somebody who probably doesn't really kind of like manage money well, he should be a millionaire in dollars.